Sometimes we need to slow down and appreciate the beauty that surrounds us. The way that light can filter through the trees, the gentle breeze that stirs the leaves. Creating is more than just making. It's about finding serenity in the small moments, in the simple act of crafting something beautiful. I'm Ingrid Carlsen, and I wanted to give you a big virtual hug welcome today. We're going to create something really special. It's a little piece of jewelry for your next junk journal, using a Dollar Tree canning lid as your base. As we journey together through these projects, your interaction means the world to me. Anytime that you comment, share, or like a video, it helps our little community grow. So I would really appreciate if you consider doing that now. I don't usually film this early, that when I walked into my room, I thought maybe I left a light on. There was so much beautiful natural light seeping through the windows, and I'm so glad that I was able to enjoy this time and to film for you. I think I showed you these in one of my Dollar Tree haul videos. They are canning jar lids, and I knew that I wanted to do something with them. I actually have another project as well in mind. I'm trying to go through my list of things that I want to try out and show you guys. But today's, I think you're going to absolutely love. I said, I think this is jewelry for your journal. I'm going to start by applying a layer of Mod Podge to the top of it, and I'm going to then take a piece of one of my vintage French dictionary pages and add that to the top. Let the time that you're doing something like applying the adhesive as a time for thought and reflection. It's at this time that you can think of, what message do you want to convey? What story do you want to tell? And what papers will you use to do that? I'm using this paper with these lovely torn edges because, number one, I love all things that are vintage. I feel like they just evoke a feeling of nostalgia and remembering things from the past. With these layers, you can add depth, and they're parts or fragments of the story that's waiting to be told. Don't be afraid to tear, wrinkle, or overlap here. Those are the imperfections where the beauty is really found. There are two things that you want to do with this project. Number one is you want to burnish your paper really well onto this lid. So that means that you are making sure that the paper has contact with the adhesive, that has contact with the metal. The other is allowing each layer to completely dry. the layers really are where the story is found. It's in those little layers that we can piece together what is trying to be said or what feelings are trying to be evoked. Each of these little delicate scraps is carrying its own quiet history. And when we layer them and start beginning to build a story, it's the one that speaks through the texture and the colors that we're putting together. One of the most beautiful parts of creating is in the quiet process of looking through your stash. It's in that moment of searching for the little pieces that speak to you. Every little scrap, no matter how small, every little bit of fabric, it holds its potential to tell a story. As you sift through your materials, let your heart guide you and ask yourself, what story do you want to tell today? The right pieces will find their way to you. It's in this small and thoughtful choices that your journal becomes a reflection of who you are and the memories or feelings that you want to preserve. There's something that's so satisfying about taking a piece that is on a piece of paper that you can carefully cut around or fussy cut around its shape, and you can carve out a tiny little story as you pay attention to the details that will bring your project to life. There's something about the precision of it and knowing that each piece fits perfectly within the layers that you're building. Take your time here and enjoy the process. Each cut is a quiet step towards creating something beautiful and meaningful that you will have forever. Be intentional with everything you do, and that includes inking. When you are adding some ink to distress your pieces, look at the piece in whole and where would it naturally weather the most? Where would you see the most varnishing happening? And that is exactly where you will add your ink. Once your layers have completely settled and dried, it's time to add some beautiful glaze. This is going to seal everything in place, giving it a soft, delicate shine. And just like the sunlight that glimmers through the trees, the glaze just enhances the details, allowing the layers of the paper and the ephemera to come to life. It's a simple touch, but it brings a quiet elegance to each piece, making it feel like a treasure waiting to be discovered. You can gently dry your glaze, but be very careful because it can burn really easily. So be light-handed. If you can, let it dry naturally. I'm not sure if I like the sound of paper tearing or fabric ripping more. Which is your favorite? I love to add fabric to act as a closure to my journals, and this is a fantastic way to do it. You're just going to snip an edge of the fabric and then pull it apart, and it gives it such a beautiful frayed edge that matches the vintage feel of your journal. I'm going to take the little label that I roughed up and inked around, and I'm going to add it to my topper. It's not going to be glazed, as you can see, and I love the contrast between the shiny and the distress that this adds. To finish off our topper, or our little jewel, we're going to take a little safety pin. Actually, I'm using a larger one here, and I'm going to adhere it to the back using some black, I believe this is electrical tape, but you can use all different types of tape or different adhesives. You could even use some cardstock using some adhesive so that it sticks down. This allows our topper now to act like a little charm or a piece of jewelry that is the perfect touch. It's functional but completely beautiful. As you pin it to your journal, it becomes a part of the story that you're telling in the pages. And each time that you see it, let it remind you to slow down and appreciate the beauty of the small things. And there you have it. A simple Dollar Tree canning lid transformed into a piece of jewelry for your journal. It's in these little touches, these small moments of creativity that remind us to slow down and appreciate the beauty around us. Whether it's in the wind moving through the trees or the texture of fabric between your fingers, there's serenity in creating something with love and intention. I hope that you found peace in this process and that you feel inspired to create one for yourself today. I want to thank you again for being here, for spending the time with me. I know you could be doing a million other things, and the fact that you are here with me touches my heart. I want to give a huge thank you to my Patreons. I love you guys so much. And I wanted to remind you today that you can do all things through Christ. You are a conqueror, you are strong, and you are loved so much. And please don't forget, if you did enjoy this video, to like, share, and follow. Until next time, love you. Bye.